Well, boys and girls, I got the cylinder head off of my 1978 Series 2.5 Jaguar XJ6, and it was a pretty straightforward job, except for one thing. I hooked onto it with a hoist and started pulling on it, and it wouldn't come off. And this is the sort of thing that Jaguar owners lose sleep over at night when they're considering doing this sort of thing, because it's a very common thing. So what I propose to do is to take some of these plastic caps off of 20 liter or 20 ounce pop bottles and drill holes in them a little bit bigger than the studs, and then using some RTV stick them onto the ones that were sticking. And you could really tell which ones they were because the other ones were moving. You could wiggle them around, but these were solid. Even tapping them, putting the nuts back on them, and tapping them lightly with a hammer didn't move them. So what I then did is decided to try this mixture, which is supposed to be the best penetrating oil on the planet. It's 50% acetone and 50% automatic transmission fluid. And you can see they don't mix very well. You can see the lighter half of the solution on the top, and that's the acetone, and the transmission fluid on the bottom. So you have to shake it up continuously. And what I did then is after the RTV had set, I filled these little reservoirs up with penetrating fluid and let them sit with the hoist pulling up on the head. This morning when I went to coffee, and I came back, and 3 of them had drained. These 3 in the back had drained out, and these 2 up front were still stuck. So what I did is I drained out the fluid and then refilled them, and then put a couple of cranks on the hoist, on the jack, and as I was walking out, I heard it pop, and it came loose. And this is the danger zone, because you think that, well, it's loose, all I have to do is pull it off. Well, if you try to do that, you're really going to jam it on tight because of all that corrosion. You can see by this one right here how much crap is in between those the cylinder head and those studs. So what I did, I had about 1/8 of an inch clearance between the head and the block. So what I did is I tightened it back down again and filled all the reservoirs up again and jacked it up, and did that a few times until the thing came off like butter. This leveler, by the way, is a really helpful thing, because as you're pulling it off and it sticks on one side, you can move the slider back and forth until you get a better pull, and it really came off very, very easily. Tough part being disconnecting all the stuff that I had missed on the way up and so forth. So there. Oh, by the way, if there was any doubt that I had a cylinder head issue, there we go. Yep, that's broke. Okay, see ya.